No surprise, pitching the story in a series with the defending champs. Friday, Jason Marquis hurled a 5-hit shutout, picking up career win number 99. Yesterday, Jonathan Sanchez effectively wild, and the Giants' bullpen perfect. Another good one today. Matt Cain, Jordan Zimmerman on Masson.
Washington Nationals baseball. Washington Nationals baseball.
It's a cloudy day at the ballpark, some morning showers, but things are okay right now. It's Nationals Dream Foundation Kids Day at the ballpark. Marla Lerner has a lot of her good buddies watching this one today. It's Game 3, Nats and the Giants, with another one coming up tomorrow night. Bob Carpenter, FP Santangelo. Happy 1st of May, by the way.
Yeah, glad it is May.
April is in the books, so hopefully things better this month. As you look at this one, what are some of the keys that you see for either ball club?
Well, driving in runs, we saw yesterday they had a lot of runners out there. They didn't drive anybody in. So for me today, they got to get the big hit. And check out this stat. This is the one I was showing you before we went on the air. 2 outs with runners in scoring position this year. 11 for 88 the Nats are. Just a 125 average with 26 strikeouts. So they're looking for that big hit. And with Jordan Zimmerman, just keep it going. Levo through 8 innings. Marquis through 9 shutout innings. Lennon pitching the 7th yesterday. Deserved a better fate. So Zimmerman, keep the ball rolling. And you know what, Bob? He's been pitching to contact this year a lot. That's been his key. And if he doesn't hit his spots, he gets in trouble. This guy's a power arm. I'd like to see him come out today and let it rip. 95, 96. Try to strike some guys out.
Numbers are a little puzzling for Jordan Zimmerman. He's gone at least 5 1/3 every time he's pitched, but his ERA is 4.5, and it appears he's leaving a lot of balls out over the plate.
Yeah, and when you pitch to contact, if you don't hit the spot that you're aiming for, all of a sudden there's going to be some damage. So last time out against the Mets, he said it's the best he's felt all season long. Didn't get a lot of breaks. All those ground balls found holes.
And there's a new cleanup man, at least for today, as the Nats face a right-hander. His name is Lance. Mr. Nix, at the age of 30, off to a great start this year, hitting .314, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Home runs at New York and here against Lincecum have been game winners for him and the Nats so far. Nationals baseball on Masson, brought to you by AT&T, the nation's fastest mobile broadband network, by Acura, Acura Advance, and by Hyundai. It's time to join the movement. And we'd like to welcome all of our friends aboard on DC 50 today, as well as Masson, as the Nats take the field against the Giants, Game 3 of the series. Just a few showers a couple of hours ago, but things are quite comfortable. 63 degrees. There is a chance of a little more rain. Visit Train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Giants hitting .241, 11th in the league, but they're the bottom 3 in runs scored. Buster Posey, is he about to bust out? Even with his 2 hits yesterday, he's only 3 for his last 23. Aubrey Huff drew a walk that won the game for the Giants yesterday. He's 3 for his last 31. And a lot of these Giants hitters have not seen a whole lot of Jordan Zimmermann. He's made 2 career starts against the Giants. ERA of 5.25. His ERA this year is 4.55. And we would look for him to be a little more dominant today against a ball club that's struggling offensively than he has been so far this year.
Yeah, last time out he took a loss in a 6-4 setback to the Mets. Went 5 1/3, gave up 5 runs on 9 hits. Said it was the best he's felt all season long. He was taken out after 73 pitches only, so we'll see if that has a benefit for him today. So through 73 pitches in his last start, fastball, curve, slider change. And we talked about it in the open. You know, I would like to see Jordan Zimmermann go ahead and be a power pitcher today. I think, a lot of times the Nats' philosophy this year has been to pitch to contact, but when you have a power arm like Jordan Zimmermann, go ahead and let it fly. I mean, guys like Tim Lincecum, the power arms around the league, they don't pitch to contact. They go right after guys, and I'd like to see that from Jordan Zimmermann today.
Yeah, Zimmermann taken out in the 6th inning after a couple of base hits by the Mets. Defense will be behind him today. A change or 2 here and there.
Yeah, the guy that did a lot of damage the other night in left field, Lance Nix, Ankiel in center, Worth in right, Desmond and Hairston on the left side, Cora and LaRoche on the right side, and Mr. Energy himself, Pudge, putting down the digits today.
4-year veteran Rob Drake has the plate. Gary Darling, the crew chief, Bruce Dreckman, Paul Emmel, the umpires today. And by the way, if you're wondering, is Danny Espinosa out of the lineup because of some of the shots to the body he took yesterday? The answer is no. Danny told me he feels great. That ball Buster Posey hit off of his hand, but he could have played today. He's fine, just getting a day off. And he's been struggling a bit with the bat. 1:37 p.m. We're underway. Strike 1. Aaron Rowan's had a pretty good series, 3 for 8. He's hit .329 in his career against Washington pitching. Half swing, caught on a fly in the dugout. Nice play by bench coach John McLaren. Better watch out. Don't celebrate. There could be another one. 0-2. And Aaron Rowan continues to be one of the best hitters in the league in road games. And Zimmermann jams him with a good 93-mile-an-hour fastball right there. Pop up for Ankiel. Game notes. May is the month. 76 wins, the most they've ever had this month combined in their history. So this is May number 7 coming up. Great ERA, a new team record for April. Ryan Zimmerman's surgery Tuesday morning. Fastball up at the letters. Freddie Sanchez a strike. Another pop-up to center. That time Zimmermann took a little bit off, so he went 93 and 85 to get those 2 cans of corn out to Rick Ankiel. Next up will be Buster Posey.
Yeah, so far so good. 94-mile-an-hour fastball out of bed, first pitch of the game, and good bite on his off-speed. So 73 pitches last time. Guys generally are a lot more fresh when they don't hit that 100-pitch mark the next time out. We'll see how Zimmermann does today.
Yeah, and if your name's not Roy Halladay, it's just the opposite after you pitch a complete game. I just voted for Roy Halladay, by the way, as National League Pitcher of the Month. They dropped some ballots in front of us. We picked the players, pitchers, and rookie players and pitchers of the month. And there's a bouncer to the left side. Hairston went over. Ball got beyond him. Unbelievable effort by Ian Desmond to even make that close at first base. Hairston backed up on the ball and it took that extra hop.
And we talk about Buster Posey running pretty good for a catcher, but look at Ian Desmond right here. Little jump throw all the way across the diamond, and wow, what knew? Adam LaRoche picking the ball out of the dirt, but Buster Posey smelling a hit, beats it out.
That'll bring up Pat Burrell. And at least this first time through the lineup, it appears the Giants have a plan of attack to swing early against Jordan Zimmerman.
Partner, that's their plan of attack every single night against anybody. These guys are swinging from the time they get off the bus. I think that's why Jason Marquis had so much success the other night. They were very aggressive, swinging a lot of off-speed stuff early in the count. That allowed him to go complete game shutout.
They were sure hacking in the ninth inning when he only threw 8 pitches to get a 1-2-3 to close out that game. Pat Burrell in this series 0 for 5. 1 for 2 career against Zimmerman. So he's topping out here early at 96.
Hey, 92, 93 his last outing, so he's got the good fresh heater today.
Burrell scorches one to center. Right at Ankiel, who catches all 3 outs. And another good first inning for a Nationals starter. Welcome back to Nationals Park. How about some offense today from this makeshift lineup? It's packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Lance Nix, look at this, a .538 career batting average against Matt Cain with a home run, 7 of 13. Nationals need some production from the middle of that lineup. Everybody knows it. Hopefully the guys won't feel pressure. They can relax and just hit away today against one of the better young pitchers in baseball. But here you look up, and this is Matt Cain's 6th full year in the big leagues. He still does not have a winning career record at 59 and 63.
Yeah, senior member of the San Francisco Giants. Went 6 innings of 4-hit ball, gave up 2 hits, striking out 6 his last outing. 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, slider, change. And fastball command earlier will tell you if Matt Cain is going to be tough to hit or not. When he's got his good command, that's when he's going good, obviously. Changeup is his out pitch. Likes to throw it a lot with 2 strikes.
But he's still only 26. 14 and 8, 13 and 11 the last 2 years. He jams Jerry Hairston Jr., who's in the leadoff spot today with Danny Espinosa not playing. Hairston in this series 0 for 3 with a walk. And over the years, the Giants have not exactly been knocking down walls themselves.
Yeah, they kind of changed that last year. They got Matt Cain a bunch of runs, but in 08 and 09, they couldn't score many runs.
Last year, his ERA 3.14, 2.89 the year before that. The 0-2 to Hairston, who's batting .208. Good idea on the breaking ball, and he takes it outside.
That's a little slider he'll feature with 2 strikes. He also likes to change up to lefties. You'll see him sit around 90, 91, but when he needs a big strikeout, he'll pump it up 94, 95. He can run it up there 96. A lot of parallels between today's starting pitchers, Jordan Zimmerman and Matt Cain. Similar stuff. Matt Cain, when he was younger, wanted to strike everybody out. He learned throughout the years, with experience, that he could pitch to contact and go deeper into baseball games, and that's something that Jordan Zimmerman's learning right now. But we want to see Jordan Zimmerman strike guys out today.
Hairston lifting a fly ball left side. It's going to be near the barrier, stays in, and it's caught by Miguel Tejada.
Defense for the Giants today behind Matt Cain, Burrell, Rowan, and Sherholtz in the outfield. Fontenot and Tejada on the left side. Sanchez and Huff on the right side doing the catching. Buster Posey.
I haven't really asked you this all weekend because we talk about his bat all the time. How good of a defensive catcher and a game caller is Buster Posey?
Well, that was the big question when he came up last year. Would this elite pitching staff have confidence in a 23-year-old to put down the right fingers every day? He showed him early that he had an idea. He's a guy that comes to the ballpark early, he watches video, he studies, and he really, puts a lot of thought into every pitch he calls all game long. And he's got a great arm. And I was talking to some of the Giants people today. They're really impressed with Wilson Ramos.
Yeah.
And we've got to watch 2 of the better young catchers in baseball in this series.
Here's Ankiel, 1-1. Rick fouls it. Wilson Ramos just got my vote as the National League Rookie Player of the Month. Not in the lineup today, but hitting for great average, best among rookies. Ankiel jacks one to right field. Didn't get all of it. It's going to fall on the track into the glove of Sherholtz. Looked like a home run off the bat and got out there and fell straight down. 2 outs. Hasn't homered since the second home game of the season when he hit one out of here against the Braves.
I mean, he's leading the league in these. How many of these have we seen from Rick Ankiel this year where it makes that sound, that loud sound, and you think, okay, that's a tater, only to see the outfielder go back on the track and make the play?
Look like on the replay, it just tailed down enough to the end of the bat. So here's Worth. 0 for 3, 3 walks and hit by a pitch in this series. The Nationals in this series have had virtually no production from the top of the lineup. 2 hits in 2 games, all by Rick Ankiel yesterday. 1-1 to Worth, who's hitting .221, 1 for 3 career against Matt Cain. He hits one hard to left center. Over to grab it is Rowand. We've got a play at second base. It's a good throw, and Worth is out. Aaron Rowand playing better for the Giants right now with the bat and in the field than he has for a couple of years. Great throw. in our nation's capital. Top of the second, Aubrey Huff, Miguel Tejada, and then Mike Fontenot for the Giants. Aubrey Huff, who is 3 for his last 31, had the biggest at bat yesterday, drawing the bases loaded walk that finished John Lannon. A lot of speculation after the game about walking Eli Whiteside to get to Huff, even though it was a lefty-lefty matchup. Aubrey Huff has always had a great knowledge of the strike zone. He's a slugger, and that one will be foul, who throughout his career has never really struck out that much. He's a big guy that manages to make contact. Last year for the Giants, in 569 at-bats, he only struck out 91 times, and he's always hit well against Washington pitching. No way to catch up with that baby upstairs. Jordan Zimmerman blows him away. Strikeout number 1. Looks like he's going with the heat today.
Yeah, we wanted to see some strikeouts from Jordan Zimmerman, and here's his first one of the day. Just an overpowering fastball by Aubrey Huff. You know, and going back to yesterday in that big at-bat with Huff, we were kind of wondering if Tyler Clippard would come in to face Eli Whiteside with first base open, maybe bring the righty in, and Jim Riggleman said after the game, that's on me. I probably should have done that. I probably should have brought Clippard in to face Eli Whiteside.
And having said all of this about that particular situation,
that game was lost in the first 2 innings.
Exactly. The score should have been 4-1, 5-1 by the time that walk happened. You know, John Lannon probably cruises through 6 or 7 innings yesterday. But one pitch here, one pitch there makes a big difference in a ball game. Zimmerman drops a 2-0 breaking ball on Tejada, and I'm sure Miguel was geared up for the heat.
Yeah, he's sitting dead red right here. What does Jordan Zimmerman do? Pull the string. Whoop! Got there.
He'll go the other way and late for it, and the count's 2-2.
And just to close the book on yesterday, this is the first time in the live ball era that a team had 9 walks and 3 hit by pitch, so 12 free base runners, and scored less than 2 runs. So we knew we were seeing something that just wasn't right yesterday. We didn't know that it would be a record.
And as far as I know, the live ball era goes back to the 20s. And the birth of the babe. Three and 2. Zimmerman to Tejada. That'll be a chopper hitting probably right on the plate. Desmond called off Hairston, and neither of them had a chance. That ball was in the air so long. Giants have their second base hit. Call Luna for 70% off all flooring. Shop smart, shop Luna. 877-241-LUNA. Look at this interesting stat against lefties without walking anybody. 62 batters by Jordan Zimmerman. There's Fontenot, a lefty. He's a contact guy. Not liable to walk. He's only walked 3 times this year. As you try to figure out exactly what that statistic means, other than the efficiency of Zimmerman against left-handers, I guess it means he doesn't nibble around against left-handers. They don't intimidate him at all, so he doesn't mind going after them and using his stuff.
You know what I took from that? He doesn't walk lefties.
But some guys pitch too carefully to hitters on the other side of the plate. Hey, no lefties homering either. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fontenot. 2 hits and 5 ABs in this series, and Jordan misses low. He can get himself in trouble when he falls behind, because he's been known to get too much of the plate with some of his pitches. Number 8 hitter Nate Shearholtz on deck.
Changeup.
Held on too long. Giants made a move before the game today. They brought up infielder Ryan Rollinger to replace their injured Pablo Sandoval. So 2 ball clubs without their third baseman for the next month and a half at least. Runner goes. Ball is launched to right field. Worth is not going to catch it. It's going to hit at the base of the wall, and the Giants will have runners at second and third. And Fontenot almost became the first lefty to take Jordan Zimmerman deep. A guy with not a lot of power hit that ball about 370 feet.
Well, it's been Babe Fontenot the last couple of days. He hit the ground rule double yesterday. Nats caught a break and stayed in the ballpark. And Jason Worth did a nice job on this ball of deking Miguel Tejada. He acted like he was going to catch it. So Miguel Tejada, watch, he has to stop at second base to make sure, and that keeps Tejada from scoring. Worth doing a nice job of playing it off the wall and getting it back in quick.
Number 8 hitter Scherholz. 27-year-old outfielder, 270 hitter in parts of 4 years with the Giants. Hit 242 for them off the bench last year, 227 at bats. He's faced Jordan Zimmerman 3 times and been retired every one of those times.
And Matt Cain doesn't have an average this year, but he can hit. So if you're thinking about maybe walking Scherholz to get to the pitcher or being careful right here, the guy on deck can swing the bat a little bit.
Target away. Fastball goes that way. Ball twisting toward the line, and it is a fair ball. It'll score 2 as it spins away from Desmond and Nix. Giants put one right on the chalk to lead 2-0. And their 6, 7, and 8 hitters all get hits.
That's just a well-placed hit by Nate Scherholz. A good pitch by Zimmerman deserved a better fate. You throw a sinker down the zone like that, he just hit it no man's land, and this is where it gets tricky. The ball's got that inside-out spin, so when it hits, what does it do? It kicks right toward the fence. Bam. Now it's chased the ball, and everybody scores.
Runner at second, 1 out, Matt Cain. So Jordan Zimmerman, first 8 batters, gives up 4 hits. Came into this ball game pretty hittable at 274. A few raindrops are falling here. So Tejada hits one off the plate. Fontenot jacks one off the wall, and then Scherholz bloops one.
And that's kind of how it went last time for Jordan Zimmerman. Same kind of deal. Well, a couple of hard hit balls, but a couple of balls that found some holes.
It's a good hard breaking ball diving away from the right-handed hitter. 1-2. Giants have now scored 99 runs on the year. The Nationals have scored 98. Aaron Rowan flied routinely to center to start the game. He's next. On the corner, Cain watches it and walks away. Probably saying to himself, if Rob Drake gives me that call, I'll be pretty happy the rest of the day.
That was a great pitch by Zimmerman. 95, backdoor sinker, caught the corner.
Top of the order, Rowan. 1 for 7 career against Zimmerman. First pitch, slider. Then he runs that fastball to the inner half, and Aaron can't catch up with it.
Yeah, that was supposed to be away. It ran right back down the middle. That was just overpowering Aaron Rowan. He was sitting fastball right there, got one over the heart of the plate and swung through it.
So that's what you mean when you say you throw 95, you get away with a few things?
Yeah, and don't be afraid to do it. Like, know that you throw 95. Use it to your advantage. Go get somebody. I love when he does that.
Target low and away on 0-2, and that's a slider away that Rowan hits to Worth. Jason tracks it in front of the track, and the Giants will get a couple. Lance Nix is batting cleanup today. He'll lead off.
Show you what Lance Nix did the other day. It wasn't the home run off Lincecum. That was pretty cool. It was this swing of the bat that people are still talking about. Well, there's the home run. My bad. Let me show that first. And that was great. Wow. But this is the one that everyone's still talking about, and that's the one I wanted to see again today. A lot of the Nationals were talking yesterday. That's the hardest hit ball they've ever seen, and I will second that. That is the hardest hit ball I've ever seen.
In this stadium, we have seen some upper deck home runs just to the left of that foul pole that caught the last two sections before that third deck ends. Adam Dunn's been up there a couple of times, but, you know, those were towering fly balls. This thing was a laser. 1-0 to Lance Nix. He swings hard.
Just love watching this guy hit. He's not happy. It's not a guy you want to run into in an alley at 2 in the morning. And he just goes up there and he's thinking about doing damage every swing of the bat. He walked by me today and I said, meanest man in baseball. And he goes, I like it.
Look at that swing. Lance Nix is ridiculous. He's batting .333 now with that base hit up the middle. And the last two Nationals hitters have had line drive hits. Worth out trying to stretch his into a double. And now Nix leading off the second.
91 coming in, about 110 going out. Lance Nix scoring up a line drive, taking it back right where it came from with authority. He's locked in.
He's making a statement for more playing time, no doubt about that. Wearing out right-handers, getting a hit 3 out of every 8 times up. Here's LaRoche. Did you say Adam is a .208 career hitter for April? So he had a subpar April at 193, but not that far off of his form. And now it's time to start gearing things up. Nationals need his left-handed bat.
Got a 3-2 slider from Brian Wilson and the game. I mean, that's the last pitch you're looking for a guy that throws 97 as a power pitcher. Just swung through it yesterday, but got here today, got on my computer, and I said, you know, everybody's been saying Adam LaRoche is a slow starter. April 208, May 257 career, June 263 career, July 289 career, so you see it going up. August he hit 314 for his career.
Wow.
In September 287. So he's the happiest guy in the park that today is May.
His career batting average .271 in 7 years with the Braves, Pirates, the Red Sox, back to the Braves in Arizona.
And in the month of August, 38 career home runs. So, you know, Adam LaRoche, there's your track record.
Way inside, ball 3.
You know, we joke about it being May 1st today, but, you know, players think about that. The calendar turns, you know, come to the ballpark, you have a new kind of mindset. All of a sudden it's May 1st, and, you know, you've struggled throughout April your whole career. And maybe you wipe the slate clean and start the season all over again in your mind.
There's a walk. Kane turning one over, missing away. With the fastball that was running down and away, and now the Nats have 3 consecutive base runners with Ian Desmond coming up. Well, yesterday a grand slam would have been sweet. You can hit one every day with our grand slam flex plans. Nats had the bases loaded all day yesterday. You get to pick 4 games and get a 5th one free. Go to nationals.com/grand slam for tickets. Plans start as low as $60. Do the math. It's a great deal. Big spot for Ian Desmond. Facing a power right-hander. Might be a great time for him to pick up something and knock it over to the right side. Hard. Ian Desmond, first career at-bat against Matt Cain. Oh for 7 was LaRoche in this series. Walked. Desmond 3 for 6 in this series. That's a fastball up and in. Ian also hit by a pitch. He has scored a couple of runs. And even with his 0 for 3 yesterday, he's still 5 for his last 10 since rejoining the Nats. Last 10 games trending very well. 160 points higher than before.
And Riggleman's showing a lot of confidence in Desmond right here. First and second, nobody out. The Nats have been struggling to score some runs. A lot of times you'll see guys bunt right here. Got Pudge on deck, who's shown this year that, you know, he knows how to drive in runs going the other way. Alex Cora after that. So maybe Jim Riggleman's thinking big inning. It's May 1st. We're going to start scoring some runs.
Target in. Indicates fastball or changeup, and he just dumps one down in the dirt. Well, we had our share of April showers, didn't we? Giants a 13-13 April. They finished the month 4.5 back of the Rockies. Tied for second with the Dodgers. So they're fine despite some of the hitting struggles they've had. 2-2 coming. Way outside. Nats in a virtual tie for third with Atlanta. And by the way, the Cardinals got 3 early at Atlanta against the troubled Derek Lowe today. Phillies and the Mets are the Sunday night game. Desmond with 2 on, a 3-2 pitch coming, and he'll make Matt Cain wait a little longer. Upstairs, 91. Strikeout number 1.
Check out the sequence to Ian Desmond. He had some good takes in the middle of this. Some borderline pitches that he laid off. Right there's a pitch he swings at a couple of weeks ago. Good take right there from Desmond again. And then just chases ball 4 out of the zone. Elevated fastball. Couldn't catch up.
Pitch Track brought to you by Kinetic North America, providing world-class technology to our national and homeland security customers. Here's Pudge. Inside corner at the letters.
And Pudge is looking back at Rob Drake like, really? That's a strike?
They plan to pitch him away, evidently. That's where the outfield is. Great breaking ball. When we say corner, outside corner, we're talking about the front corner of the plate, because that thing's off the plate by the time it's caught.
With bite, that's the best pitch Matt Cain has thrown all day.
Wow. Two hits and a walk. And a strikeout of Desmond. Target further out now. And Pudge strokes it down the right field line, foul. A really good approach on 0-2, just taking the pitch where it was coming. And within a couple of feet of an RBI or two.
Hey, look where Buster Posey's set up right here. That ball was supposed to be a little more off the plate. It ran back and caught some black, and Pudge was all over it. Just couldn't keep it fair. Curious pitch selection right there by the Giants. I've seen a lot of teams go hard in with Pudge with 2 strikes. They chose to go away, maybe setting something up.
Yeah.
Maybe that was supposed to be a ball by design. It just caught some plate.
They may try to get him to roll one over to the shortstop or third baseman here. Let's see where Posey goes. Outside again.
Pudge going old school with the Sox today. He's got his pants rolled up, showing a lot of red.
Hitting exactly 200, 8 for 40. But in those 8 hits, 8 RBIs. 0 for 3 career against Cain. Did he go? No, says Gary Darling. Giants having a hard time believing that one.
You see Matt Cain a lot of times. He'll get that swing through strike up in the zone. He got one to Ian Desmond. Pudge started to swing at that, but his fastball is effortless. I mean, it just comes out of his hand. 91. We talked a lot about Chris Young with the Mets, how he has late life, the last 8 to 10 feet. Matt Cain, same thing. His ball kind of jumped the last 8 feet. Get on top of you. That's because he gets it out in front. He's got a lot of whip with his arm and his fingers and his release point.
Got a piece of that fastball that was up and in, pumping it up to 94. Cain in his career, 9 starts against the Nats. Couple of base runners in this second when Nix got him for a single, then he walked LaRoche. His career ERA 3.41, winning 4 out of 7 decisions against the Nats. Trying to win his 60th career game today. And Pudge hits it really hard to center. Aaron Rowand over his shoulder. Nix goes back to tag. Into third base he goes. Pudge Rodriguez hitting that ball beautifully. 2 outs. Nats are just looking for a break, for one of those things to find a gap.
I'm going to check out the swing from Pudge. Curveball from Matt Cain that he was all over. Check out Aaron Rowand. He gets a bad jump on this. You see him right there? Shuffling his feet before he goes back on that ball. The toughest ball for a center fielder is a line drive straight at you. It's tough to judge whether to come in or go back, and Aaron Rowand got a bad jump, but had the makeup speed to make the play.
Runners at the corners, 2 outs. They will pitch to Alex Cora, hitting just $139. And he goes down the line and right. The Nats hope it stays fair, and it does. Nick scores. LaRoche held at third. Good call by Bo Porter. And Alex Cora delivers his 2nd Nationals RBI. That can happen to you in this league with the pitcher on deck when you give the number 8 hitter a fat pitch.
Just a little ambush piece by Alex Cora. First pitch. Sitting on a fastball down and in. Drop the head on it. Look at that right there. Just drop the head. Keep it fair. Nice play by Nate Scherholtz. Getting it back in and saving his team a run.
There's Jordan Zimmerman, who has 2 RBIs this year and 4 in his career. And a breaking ball misses. You put one out over the plate to this big, strong kid, he can do something with it.
And that's why I got a first pitch breaking ball. And a lot of times you'll see a third base coach take chances with 2 outs and a ball down the corner, maybe send to Adam LaRoche right there. But Nate Sherholtz did a good job of getting to that baseball. Once he had the ball in his hand, Bo Porter had no choice but to hold Adam LaRoche.
Yeah, they got it to the cutoff man very quickly. And Zimmerman was hacking on 2-0.
That's one of those where you're swinging because you're ahead in the count, and as you start your swing, you're like, that's not a strike, I'm going to try to stop, and it was too late. Some guys will just guess strike when they have count leverage and let it fly. Zimmerman saw that ball tail in and tried to hold up his swing.
Very late for that one. Extremely shallow in right field is Sherholtz. In case there's a one-hopper to him, no guarantee that Cora would score. Jordan just looking for some 2-out, 2-strike contact here. Kane will strike him out. Nats will get 2 hits around a walk and get one of those runs back. 2-1 Giants after 2. Visit AFCEA.org, the Association for IT Pros. And here's Debbie with our veteran-oriented sideline report.
Well, with Ryan Zimmerman out for at least the next 6 weeks, Jim Riggleman will rely on Alex Cora and Jerry Hairston at the hot corner, and he's confident in both of them.
They've played great. I tell you, they're just such a pleasure to manage. It's very comforting. It's like when Zim's out there. You want the ball to get hit over there, and I feel that way about Alex and Jerry. I feel good when the ball goes in that direction. I feel like something's good going to happen.
Jim told me, too, that these two veterans add so much to the ball club. They're always in the game. They're always communicating with their teammates. And a lot of times these subtle little things can really make a difference. Bob?
Yeah, how about a 2-out RBI by Cora? Hopefully that'll wake up the offense a bit. LaRoche on a ball twisting back toward the line. Corrals it off the bat of Freddie Sanchez. Top of the third underway. Boy, RBIs from the number 8 spot, huge. The Giants have 2 today. The Nats have 1. Next up will be Buster Posey, whose bat has come alive a bit here. He has hits in 3 of his last 4 at-bats. Almost took the handoff of Danny Espinosa at second base yesterday. Remember, he got his body behind that drive in the 6th inning. And Danny told me the only reason he found the ball was because it brushed against his foot as he looked around for it. Sometimes fielders get lucky after they do the fundamental thing and knock a ball down. Nobody's going to get near that one, and Buster Posey is now on a roll. He'll be 4 for 9 in this series with 4 for his last 5. Next up, big strong Pat Burrell, who lined one hard to Rick Ankiel in center first time.
Wait, 2 sliders to Buster Posey to start that at bat. 2 sliders to Pat Burrell to start this at bat.
And he threw a pretty good number of sliders first time through the order there, FP. So has the fastball been established?
And maybe he's just got a feel for that pitch more than his fastball. You know, if I was a pitcher and I threw 96, I'd throw 96.
About what? 3 out of every 5 pitches, 3 out of every 4?
Yeah, and you know, you have to throw something else to keep major league hitters off balance. You can't just keep pumping 95, 96 or they're going to hit it. So you have to throw other pitches for strikes.
But a lot of guys like Burrell, as they approach their mid-30s, they have slider speed bats. You're doing them a favor. That was a bit of a hanger up in the zone, and he just couldn't get over the top of it. And I think, as with a lot of young pitchers, you have to get to 0-2 first. But I sure don't mind seeing guys buzz the tower when they go 0-2, and they can throw that hard. That's another slider. Up the middle, Desmond handles it, drops it. Cost him the double play, but he still gets the play at first. And one thing you folks probably can't tell on a ball like that, that thing has some wicked spin on it on a swing like that.
Yeah, anytime you see chunks of bat flying, you know they hit it off the end. So it's got a little side spin from the mound, too. You just hit the side of the mound. All of a sudden, that ball's spinning like a top when you pick it up. But we've seen Ian Desmond drop a lot of balls in his glove this year. Balls that hit him in the leather that just don't stay in his glove. Got the in-between hop right there off the side of the mound and couldn't handle it.
2 outs with Posey at second. The hitter is Aubrey Huff. Fastball just missing outside.
You know, I guess the point I'm trying to make with Jordan Zimmerman, I remember facing Chan-Ho Park in the day when he first got called up. He threw 96, 97 miles an hour, and it's all he used to throw was sliders and changeups. And from a hitter standpoint, that speeds your bat up. Yeah. It's hard to hit 96. It's hard to hit 95. You know, you got to get your foot down, your bat out in front. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Now, like I said before, if you keep pumping 95, yeah, I'm going to beat you there once in a while. You have to keep hitters off balance.
Jim Riggleman, once the count went to 2-0, didn't want anything to do with Aubrey Huff. They'll take their chances against Miguel Tejada, who got a lucky base hit first time when he chopped it off the plate. It hung up in the air forever, and nobody could throw him out. So he bats with 2 on, 2 out. Jordan Zimmerman, 24 years of age, coming off Tommy John surgery. We've seen him top out at 96 today, but I don't know. Right now he's having a hard time throwing his fastball for strikes. Well, Tejada was 2-0 first time. And remember, Zimmerman threw him a nasty slider before he chopped that ball off the plate. Hitter who likes to jam the plate close to the box. He gets that same slider. Boy, that looked good enough to be called a strike. Rob Drake didn't think so.
There's been a couple pitches in this sequence that were close. That's pitch number 54 already from Jordan Zimmerman. So let's check it out. Just off the plate.
Yeah.
Good take.
If ever Tejada's going to get a fastball ahead in the count, this would be it. And he tries to hit a ball that was up around his shoulders, and he's out. Not a good at bat. Pat Burrell didn't have one either. Jordan Zimmerman, the guy from Wisconsin, turned this into some Midwestern firewood. Game summary. Jordan Zimmerman, long outing for him so far, 55 pitches in just 3 innings. And then it's the number 8 hitters getting it done. Shearholtz for the Giants, Cora for the Nats.
Yeah, Nate Shearholtz just doinking this one into left field. Check out the spin on this baseball. Kicks away from Lance Nix, and that allows everybody to score. So there's the Giants' 2 runs. Now it's Cora dropping some head right here on a first pitch fastball, laying in the weeds. He drives in Lance Nix, the most dangerous man on the team.
Well, the most dangerous man bats in this inning if the Nats get somebody on.
Go Nats!
So we have the world's most interesting man and the world's most dangerous man, huh? Here's Hairston. Fouled out to Tejada at third, first time up. Goes up hacking. That ball touches his foot. Strike 1.
I see a Nats commercial in there somewhere with the most dangerous man in the world.
He hits line drives that have people ducking upstairs. He has that scowl 24 hours a day. He's the world's most dangerous man. I used to be a copywriter in my early years, you know.
I had to press my cough button because I didn't want to blow out everybody's eardrums at home. I was laughing so hard.
Hairston fouls one by Bo Porter. And Keel to follow, then Worth, bottom 3. Nets down by a run. They've been out hit by the Giants, 5-3. Hairston rides one to right, but it'll carry to the shallow playing Nate Shearholtz. Mid-Atlantic Sports Report back on the air tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 5:30, 6:30. Tomorrow, Debbie catches up with Bruce Bochy. Amber Theoharis will visit with Aubrey Huff, who used to play up in Baltimore. Tom Davis, Phil Wood, Dave Johnson, Mel Antonin. Maximum access to the Nats, some of the guys they're playing, and all of your necessary baseball news around the big leagues. Rick Ankiel flied to right first time, fly deep to right. And Kane puts one right on the outside corner, 1-1. Ankiel in this series 2 for 9 with a walk and an RBI. Matt Kane walked LaRoche back in the second. He's had some long counts. 39 pitches his first 2 innings. He's in the high 40s now, and he walks Ankiel. The Giants pitchers have been pretty generous this weekend. Lincecum didn't walk anybody Friday night. Runzler walked one in relief. Yesterday was a travesty in that department, and the Nats couldn't score. And now Matt Cain's given the Nationals 2 walks already today out of the first 11 hitters with 3 hits. And this is something he just does not do. Only Ted Lilly keeps walks down better than this guy. Here's Worth, who hit a bullet out to left center first time, gunned out at second by Aaron Rowan. Target away. Giants start today. 3.53 team ERA, 7th in the National League. The Nationals are just 0.05 of a run behind them in the number 8 spot as their starters continue to impress and keep games close while the offense struggles. And a breaking ball misses outside. Good take. Not an easy one by Jason Worth. July 9th, he had to throw 114 pitches, didn't even make it through 7. And that was in that series right before the All-Star break when the Giants were here. On a Friday night, 8-1 Washington win. Steven Strasburg got his 3rd win of the year in that game, giving up only 3 hits in 6 innings of his own, throwing 95 pitches.
If I'm Rick Ankiel, I'm thinking about running right here. The 2-2 count. Matt Cain can be slow to the plate at times. Try to create some offense and be aggressive.
Short lead. And Worth will go out to play right side. It's not raining at all hard, but it's been a steady sprinkle for the last couple of innings, and I just wonder if maybe when you're down there standing on first base, if it just seems like a slow track, even with the world's most dangerous man on deck. You sure hate to run yourself out of an inning with Nix up next, the way he's swinging. But that lead, FP, looks like Ankiel's not too eager to go anywhere. He's usually double that lead.
You see the big leg kick from Matt Cain. He's slow to the plate. And you could steal a base on him. Yeah, Buster Posey's got an above-average arm. He's got a bit of a cannon back there, but you steal off the pitcher. So for Rick Ankiel, get an extended lead. Maybe think about being aggressive. Nats not swinging the bats. You got to find ways to create runs. You got to find ways to create opportunities. And we've seen them win a lot of games this year by the way they've run the bases.
Agreed. Posey, by the way, 8 for 21, 38%. But that number is only as good as the pitchers allow it to be. 2-2. Ankiel short lead. He'll inch off a little more. Worth, base hit, center field. Ankiel will turn and stop. You think Aaron Rowan's throw in the first inning didn't get everybody's attention? And the Nats have 2 on 1 out for Lance Nix. Jason Worth 2 for 2.
Great at bat by Jason Worth. I mean, this is what he does best. Runs the count to a lot of pitches, gets a pitch out over the plate, stays inside the baseball. And look at the swing right here. Nice job of hitting. You see where Rick Ankiel is in relation to the ball being caught? If the defender has the ball in his glove as you're reaching the base, general rule of thumb is you stop. If you're around the base 1 step and he still hasn't caught the ball, then you'll go first to third. That was a great shot of Aaron Rowan, the ball hitting his glove and Rick Ankiel hitting the base at the same time. Got to put on the brakes.
Here's Nix. Now the 3 and 4 spots have 3 hits already today. And Lance will hit one off the end of the bat and pop it up to center. Rowan started back, comes in and easily grabs it, 2 outs. Lance Nix attacks early in the count, and he's 1 for 2. With 2 outs, it's up to Adam LaRoche as we check some league leaders from Hollywood Casino. Lowest opponent's average in the last 5 years. So 3 guys from the West. Well, Peavy did pitch out there with San Diego, so that figures in. Oh, even though he's with the White Sox now. Santana, Zambrano. Action-packed table games, red-hot slots, Hollywood Casino, Charlestown Races, West Virginia. LaRoche walked his first time up, ball 1. Adam in this series, 0 for 7, 2 walks. And that fastball will catch the zone in the outside corner. Good speed at second and first with Ankiel and Worth. And Adam will skip back from a pitch way inside. Ian Desmond, 3 hits in the series, couple of runs. He's next. Approaching 60 here in the 3rd inning is Kane. Fastball upstairs to LaRoche. Last time up, he walked LaRoche and then struck out Desmond. And he's threatening to load the bases. Off-speed pitch, bases loaded on 2 more walks here in the 3rd.
Great take right there by Adam LaRoche. You're heading the count 3-1. You're sitting dead red. Matt Cain drops a changeup and you take it. That tells me he's seeing the baseball all of a sudden. That's a good take. He had 2-1 count leverage, took a high fastball, gets it to 3-1. You're sitting on a fastball. A lot of guys will swing through that, roll over it. That's a good take right there by Adam LaRoche.
It is game 3 of the series. It's Sunday afternoon at 2:37 p.m. and it's time for the Nats to start making the Giants pay for these walks.
And that's his 3rd walk.
Yeah.
That breaks his streak.
We jinxed him.
Yeah, you said it, partner. Time to cash in on all the walks.
Well, something has to give eventually. The vaunted Giants pitching staff, after the Nats beat Lincecum Friday night, really hasn't done a whole lot to help themselves, although Sanchez did recover nicely yesterday. Kane will be more comfortable here off the full windup. Which these days is nothing full compared to the windups of yesteryear when guys did the whole wind up the arms thing. Just kind of more of a set position now. They just rock back and come forward. Desmond swings, the ball gets away. And here comes Ankiel, who came down the line, went back toward the bag, and then had to reverse his field again. Crazy play with Desmond swinging, and the game is tied.
And a lot of times as a base runner, when you're on 3rd base, the swing of the bat and when it goes to the backstop will block your vision. So for Rick Ankiel, he tried to go force balk right there, make Matt Cain balk and get a cheap run. You can see the pass ball, good read. The Nats will take him any way they can get him.
2 other runners, of course, move up. They're going to call it a wild pitch, even though the ball was swung on. Oh, 2 to Desmond, who struck out first time. Lays off that nasty hook.
So 3 curveballs in a row to Ian Desmond. With 2 strikes, you got to stay on the fastball. Matt Cain, when he needs it, still has 94, 95 in his back pocket. So, you know, you start to think when you get in the box, is he going to throw 4 in a row? 4 off-speed pitches? No, I got to stay on the fastball right here. Be ready for the heat or adjust to the off-speed.
24 pitches this inning. Desmond gets one tailing inside on him and fights it off.
So there's a fastball. He was thinking fastball. Good job of fighting it off, buying himself another chance. Nate Sherholt's playing very shallow in right field. Ian Desmond has some pop that way. He's playing him like a pitcher.
Pitch way upstairs. Desmond strikes out again. Matt Cain gives the Nats a run in the 3rd, and we're tied on to the middle innings. You come to D.C., make it over to Roslyn, just north of Arlington Cemetery, to the Iwo Jima Monument. It will move you, and when it's lit up at night, even more dramatic. So with that in mind, DynCorp brings us our international troop recognition. We serve today for a better tomorrow, and as usual, lots of our service men and women in the ballpark today. I saw Jim Riggleman visiting with wounded warriors on the field during batting practice. It's a part of our fabric right here in Washington, D.C. and Nationals Park. Top of the 4th, Mike Fontenot leads off. He hit one off the right field wall first time to set up the Giants' 2-run second. Big looping breaking ball drops in 0-2. Zimmerman 55 pitches, first 3 innings. Goes with the heater up on 0-2 to try to dispose of the number 7 hitter. Sherholtz and Cain for the Giants, top 4. Slider got to the inner half, hit hard foul.
Fontenot's feeling it right now. He is liking his swing, seeing the ball big, getting his foot down early, getting the head out.
Came into this series 5 for 25 on the year. Now he's raised his batting average up to 258. He's 3 for 6 in the last 2 games. Target up and in.
We saw him serve a ball out to left field yesterday, but right now he's in pull mode. Anytime a hitter shows you that he's going to pull off speed that much, that's telling you he's looking in. Well, I think about a 2-seamer away. See what he does with it.
Breaking ball away, and he just strokes it out of play.
He's on everything. In, out, covering the whole plate right now, covering all speeds.
282 for the Giants in 28 games after he came over last year. Had 3 hits in the postseason. And he pops one left side. Looks like it'll stay in. Hairston tracking it. And Jerry has it on the track. Next up will be the number 8 hitter, Nate Scherholtz. He dropped that double right on the chalk line, left field, to give the Giants a 2-0 lead first time up. Jordan Zimmerman's career record, 5-11. This is his 29th career start. 16 starts, 09, just 7 last year after the surgery. And he misses up and away, 2-1.
Remember Friday night, the chair down the left field line with Lance Nix?
Yeah.
The ball bounced right off it. Check it out today. The ball hits the wall, goes down around the chair. Oh, gets stuck in the chair. So the chair giveth and the chair taketh away. Friday night, the ball kicked right off the chair to Lance Nix. He was able to throw out Cody Ross trying to stretch a single into a double. And then today, the ball gets caught in the chair and a couple of runs score.
That's a good fastball right in on his hands. And out to left for Lance Nix. 2 outs. AT&T trivia here in the 4th inning. What century is this one going back to? Last 20 postseasons, the most consecutive innings without an earned run. Wow.
I'm going to say it's that guy hitting right now.
Matt Cain, yep, picked off by Zimmerman. Well, he had a 0 ERA in all 3 levels of the playoffs last year. We may have to go with Cain. Jordan Zimmerman, where'd you get that? Race. I wonder how this one's going to end. Teddy third, Tom fourth, Abe second, George first.
Does anybody ever bet on these? I'm going to start laying down some glue. What are the odds? Do they go off with odds?
And Abe, who cannot win an election to save his life early in his political career, has post-mortem become a wonderful closer in this town. It's amazing how he finishes races.
And he's in the Giants bullpen for the ninth, too.
Matt Cain is in the fourth. Pudge, Cora, Zimmerman for the Nats, bottom four. Matt Cain delivers a fastball inner half. Pudge hit the ball hard first time, almost over the head of Aaron Rowan. Nats got bailed out when Cora hit the 2-out double to get a run back in that second. And Pudge will go the other way for a base hit. So he's hit the ball sharply twice today. And FP, as he continues to climb over the 200 mark, you have to admire his at-bats because he's only playing 2 or 3 games a week right now.
Yeah, and he's also got a kid right now that might be inspiring him a little bit to play like he's been playing. Wilson Ramos has been raking, so what do you do as the guy playing behind him? You got to keep up with the Joneses. We talk about the Nats pitching staff, the starting rotation feeding off each other. Right now, Pudge and Ramos are.
2,826 hits now. Here's Cora, who takes one up and away. Wilson Ramos, one of the best rookies in baseball this first month, hitting .358.
It's going to be interesting to see the adjustment process with Wilson Ramos at the plate. You know, first time you go around the league, you can ambush some people. They don't know how to pitch you yet. And how do guys stay above 300 all year as young players? You make adjustments. You know, there's scouts in the stands every night watching you hit. So they're seeing what he's doing right now. So the next time, you know, the Nats go to Philadelphia or Atlanta or the Marlins, they've seen him already, and now they're going to make adjustments. As a hitter, you have to make the adjustments with the rest of the league.
After swinging at the first pitch first time up for that ambush double, as FP called it, Cora takes a couple, half swing, fouls it off. And tomorrow night, we're back to our regular starting time at 7:05. Madison Bumgarner for the Giants, Tom Gorzolani for the Nats. Still looking for his first win. Pitched really well against the Mets last time out. Cora, base hit right field. Pudge Rodriguez will stop at second. Presenting a perfect bunting opportunity for the best bunter on the pitching staff, Jordan Zimmerman.
We've seen the Nats go first to third a lot this season. Alex Cora, excuse me, hitting like Alex Rodriguez today with another single to right field. And Pudge Rodriguez, slow down FP, staying at second base because Nate Scherholtz has an absolute cannon in right field.
Tejada bouncing some signals over to Fontenot and Sanchez in an obvious bunt situation. Jordan Zimmerman has 3 sacrifices already this year. One of those was even coming off the bench in a ball game on a day he wasn't pitching. They've got the wheel play on. Ball 1, Fontenot racing over to third with Tejada charging fast.
Well, if Jordan Zimmerman sees that again, he can pull the bat back, and it's called a butcher boy. You pull the bat back, and you do a little half swing. You hit it right to short. Fontenot was nowhere near. He was almost to third base. You had the whole left side of the infield open right there. Miguel Tejada breathing down your neck. So all you have to do is hit a ball to shortstop. It's a base hit. Bases loaded. Nobody out. See if they do it again.
It's on. Then they stop it. And Zimmerman lays down a beauty. Cain slips and barely saves the play at first base. Jordan Zimmerman hustling beautifully, almost beat it out. Cain had designs on third, and then he had a bit of a slip as the grass is just a little wet.
Nice form by Jordan Zimmerman. Check him out, catching the ball with the bat, deadening the baseball, getting the runners over. Matt Cain comes off the mound, loses his footing. Bang, bang at first. Maybe if Jordan Zimmerman didn't look at that play, he might have beat it out. He was checking it out to make sure he got the runners out, and he might have beat it out anyways.
Top of the order now, it'll be Hairston. Jerry has popped up to third, foul. Lined out to right. Scherholtz continues to play shallow on the opposite side of the right-handed batter. Does he have a good arm out there?
He's got a cannon. Not as good as Ankiel's, but a close second. Rowan's got a decent arm. Burrow's got an okay arm. So anything but right field, and you got yourself a sac fly.
Hairston 5 RBIs as a Nat. Ground ball to short. That'll get him a number 6. Washington takes the lead. And in some respects, that's better than a fly ball because both runners move ahead. Cora over to third with Pudge scoring in front of him. Bottom of the order getting it done. Pudge, Cora, 7 and 8 base hits, and then the pitcher, Zimmerman, a perfect sacrifice bunt.
And great job of hitting by Jerry Hairston. Know your defense. See where they're playing you. They're going to play back and give you a free RBI. Hit a 16 hopper to short and get yourself an RBI. Good job.
Rick Ankiel 0 for 1 with a walk. Ankiel up the middle. Speared by Fontenot with a very good play to save another run. Giants had him scouted perfectly. Nats get a run and lead into the 5th inning. The Nats have put up a little picket fence over the last 3 innings, and Jordan Zimmerman doing it a couple of different ways.
Yeah, he's doing it by pounding the strike zone. We talk about it all the time. Look where these pitches are. Look at the location. And check out this play right here. A little between the legs. You're not getting one past me in the 5-hole. And doing it with the bat, too. Laying down the bunt, moving runners all over. Good job, Jordan Zimmerman.
Top of the order for the Giants. Top of the 5th, Aaron Rowand. Rowand 0 for 2. Fly ball to center. Fly ball to right. But these are the kind of ball games we expected with the Giants coming in. They were struggling offensively. The Nats have had their share of struggles. Just now over 100 runs on the day. 1st of May. And each team, starters going well. This series pretty much according to form yesterday. We just didn't know yesterday was going to be so bizarre early and the Nats unable to score.
And that was his 71st pitch of the game right there to Aaron Rowand, 96 on his hand. So Jordan Zimmerman feeling fresh.
Fastball up and Rowand hacks it on a play.
You know, I think that's where you got to go with Aaron Rowand too. If you leave something out over the plate, you know, he's still got enough pop in his bat where he could do some damage. He's been taking the ball to right center field very effectively. That's where his strength is. You can get in on him. The only thing he does with the fastball in, he might pull it foul. But if you get it in there, you can jam him.
Got him away. Had him reaching. And Jordan Zimmerman with his 3rd strikeout of the day.
So maybe he was thinking in right there because The last two sinkers were on his hands. What do you do after that? You go with the slider away. Now Rowan's aware of the fastball in, trying to cheat to get to it, and you pull the string with the slider. Nice sequence.
Next up is Freddie Sanchez. 0 for 2 today. That's a hard slider, 89. Freddie in this series 1 for 9. Alex Gonzalez has just homered in Atlanta. But in the 5th inning, they still trail St. Louis 4-2. No other teams from the East playing right now. Marlins at Cincinnati later after 4 o'clock. Mets Phillies the Sunday night game. That was a slider that was waiting to be hit. Either that or a straight change up in the zone. And Freddie Sanchez takes it right up the middle. Well, in about a week and a half, the Nats will be back home, and you can enjoy another Harris Teeter Family Fun Pack Saturday and Sunday. The next ones will be May 14th and 15th against the Marlins. Starting at $14 a ticket, hot dog, chips, and a Coke. Nationals.com/family for tickets. So the Nats are leaving after tomorrow night and going to Philly, Florida, and Atlanta for 10 days, 9 games. Then they're home for only 5 games with the Marlins, 2 with the Pirates, before heading back out to New York, Baltimore, and Milwaukee. So the Nats will not be home a whole lot in the month of May. Ball gets away. Backhand reach by Rodriguez. Could not catch it. That'll be a wild pitch for Jordan Zimmerman.
Wow, he just hung on to that pitch way too long. See where Pudge is set up? That ball was supposed to be down and in. It was almost a pitch out. Wow.
Then the way Buster Posey's swinging the bat, that'll get in the pitcher's mind a bit. He is suddenly hot with 4 hits in his last 5 series at bats. Little chopper, shortstop way. Desmond on the charge. Looked at the runner before making the play. I was hoping he wouldn't distract himself right there. As Sanchez went to third base with 2 outs, and Pat Burrow coming up. Just beyond 3 o'clock on a cloudy day, but a very comfortable day. We've had a few little sprinkles here and there. 63 at game time. And now here in the top of the 5th inning, 2 outs, and Pat Burrow. Burrow 0 for 2. Line drive to center. Ground ball to short. Two and 0. Pat Burrow went to prep school in San Jose. Football quarterback, baseball player there. Gave up football his junior year, and as I said yesterday, told the Giants, whatever you want to pay me, I'll come back next year. Did not want to leave the Bay Area. Signed a bargain of a deal for around $1 million. After hitting .266 for them in 96 games. After he was released by Tampa Bay after just 24 ball games.
Bellarmine Prep in San Jose. A lot of people scratching their heads that he signed back for what he did after hitting 18 home runs.
Well, some similarities between that and Levon's contract negotiations last year. It took about 2 minutes with Mike Rizzo.
Well, if you're another guy around the league and you hit 18 home runs and drove in almost 60 runs, now all of a sudden you're seeing a guy sign for $1 million, and that puts you in a tough position.
Yeah. He hit 20 and had over 70 RBIs, counting his numbers with Tampa Bay. 24 games with the Rays, and then 96 with the World Series bound Giants. He did go 0 for 13 in the World Series, had a homer and 3 RBIs in the Division Series, and then 1 RBI in the LCS. 3 balls and a strike. You make a mistake, he's very dangerous. He has hit 290 career home runs. And Burrell only needed 45 RBIs for 1,000 coming into this season. Right now he has 8. Freddie Sanchez at third. Zimmerman off the stretch. And a 3-1 pitch catches the corner.
Good pitch, great location. Got that one out in front and had good late bite on it. Burrell sitting on a fastball. Kinetic on the pitch track. Check out the slider right here from Jordan Zimmerman. Good pitch, good spot. You think about doing that again. Shaking off.
Shakes to the breaking ball, and it's fouled by Burrell.
Jordan Zimmerman thinking out there. Got a guy with a lot of experience behind the plate and Pudge, and he's shaking to a pitch that he feels very confident in a big situation. Fastball away.
Too far away. 2 on, 2 out. Zimmerman's first non-intentional walk of the day. Now you have to deal with Aubrey Huff. And this is a hitter who will make you throw strikes. As we mentioned earlier, one of the most selective power hitters in the game. 83 walks last year with the Giants, 91 strikeouts. Pretty good rip on the first pitch, and the ambush was in effect.
And check out where Pudge was setting up on that. He was wanting that sinker on the outer half, and it ran back to the inner half. That's about a 3-glove miss. See where Pudge is set up and see where that ball is? Got away with one.
We're told that was Jordan Zimmerman's first walk this year when a runner was already on base. And Aubrey Huff hits one out to right center, and Keogh gets there. Grabs it with a backhand on the full run. Worth, Nixon, LaRoche coming up. These 3 big guys on base 5 out of 6 times today. The ball game 3-2 Washington. Jordan Zimmerman, a bit of a struggle for him today, but kind of like John Lannon earlier in the season, making big pitches to get that third out.
Yeah, that was a big pitch to Aubrey Huff right there. Great play by Rick Ankiel going deep in the gap to get that ball. But Jordan Zimmerman's been very effective today with the bat as well, getting that big sacrifice bunt down. The Nats doing little things to score runs today that they didn't do yesterday.
Is there any way to get more than a 1-run lead somewhere along the line here?
Nobody said it was going to be easy, but you like to add on once you have a lead, so we'll see. I mean, they've been doing a good job with Matt Cain. He hasn't had the good command he usually features.
And as I mentioned a few moments ago, these 3 hitters coming up for the Nats in the bottom of the 5th inning have been all over the bases today. Jason Worth is 2 for 2. Lance Nix is 1 for 2, and Adam LaRoche has walked twice. Worth now in the series 2 for 5, 3 walks and hit by a pitch. How about 3 for 3 if this one drops? It does. And it gets right through Nate Scherholtz. Jason Worth is heading for third. He'll be there standing up. Well, he'll slide anyway to lead off the inning. A base hit and a two-base error by Nate Scherholtz.
And Jason Worth feeling good at the plate today. Check out the approach, just letting that ball get deep and letting it travel. And Nate Scherholtz got too close to that baseball. And usually a sure-handed right fielder makes a huge error in a close baseball game. And he looked like he was shagging in batting practice right there, allowing Jason Worth to get to third base.
I really thought he was going to try to make a play to catch that thing on a fly. And then up comes the gate and the ball right under it. That Exmo sometimes makes things look simpler and slower than they really are.
You know, Nate Scherholtz, when I coached him in San Jose and A-ball, was a third baseman. And he had trouble fielding the ball at third base. He made a lot of errors at third base in A-ball, so all of a sudden they moved him to the outfield, and he really applied himself and made himself an above-average defender. That wasn't the case on that ball by Worth.
Golden opportunity for Nix. Lance, first inning, base hit up the middle. Second or third inning, pardon me, first time up in the second inning, the base hit. And then in the third, he flied out to center. So he's been swinging early in the count against Matt Cain and taking the ball right up the middle. Infield is in. He's been perfect in situations like this. Looking for his 10th RBI. On a pitch that was tight. It's a strike. Nix is not one of those guys setting up way off the plate. Well, Jason Worth finally having a breakout day with 3 hits. Nix hacks one, fighting it off, and it's foul. Doing whatever he can to get bat on ball here.
And a lot of times as an offensive player in baseball, when you have a day like you had yesterday, I mean, you take those games home with you. Those games hurt. There's certain games you can leave at the ballpark, but when you leave all those base runners stranded like the Nationals did yesterday, you know, there's the professional pride factor that takes over. You don't want to let that happen again. And I know there's a lot of Nats talking about it today when they got here, and they were embarrassed. In fact, they left all those base runners out there, making the adjustments today, having some good at-bats.
They want to jam him, and look out, folks. Get out of the way.
The most dangerous man in the world. The ball was punished. And check it out in super duper Exmo slow motion. Look at him get on top of this ball. The transfer of weight, throwing of the bat head, and all the muscles.
Foul tip on a pitch upstairs, and Posey holds on. Strikeout number 4. Our trivia question regarding low ERAs in postseason play. We think it might be Matt Cain. Didn't give up a run in the postseason.
Survey says.
We got fooled. Kenny Rogers. 06 with the Tigers. Just like Kenny Rogers, we were the gamblers on that one. LaRoche, 2 walks today.
So Bochy going with the infield in right here, trying to stop the bleeding. So if you're Adam LaRoche, you're trying to elevate a baseball. Get something up in the zone that you can drive.
21 innings for this guy without an earned run. Not to be lost in all of this, Matt Cain, 5th inning of work. He's approaching 90 pitches. Jordan Zimmerman's at 88. Important for the Nats to get this run in because this game will be decided by the bullpens later. Boy, Rob Drake has given that inside pitch. It totally turned around the at-bat for Nix, and now it totally changes the LaRoche AB.
Well, that's the pitch that counts. If you ask any hitter, the 1-1 pitch, you get a borderline pitch that goes in favor of the pitcher. Now all of a sudden it's 1-2. versus 2-1. That's the one count that I used to get the most upset with when it went toward the pitcher. It's such a big difference as a hitter when you're behind in the count 1-2 than when you're ahead in the count 2-1. Now you got count leverage, you're loose up there, you're being very aggressive. Now all of a sudden you have to be defensive. You're thinking just put the ball in play, whereas if you're 2-1, you're thinking drive it.
Target in. LaRoche pops it up. A strikeout, a pop-up, and now Desmond, who Kane has struck out twice, will have to stay within himself, stay in the strike zone, and somehow get this runner home.
Well, you said it. He's chased a couple fastballs out of the strike zone, and Matt Kane is no dummy. He's going to go back there to see if he and Desmond can lay off. Maybe you check out where Miguel Tejada's playing at third, and you think about laying down a base hit bunt.
Against a guy who's hard to hit, not a bad call.
He's back.
Huff back at first even farther. Desmond couldn't lay off the breaking ball. Might have been a called strike anyway. Not sure he went around. He was showing bunt, and the ball handcuffed him. Looked like he fouled it, and it's 0-2.
The only time I ever got yelled at by Felipe Alou was when I bunted with one strike. Because as a bunter, when you're bunting for a hit and you show it, you almost have to commit to it. And what you want to do with the bunt is be fair or foul with it. So you have to be perfect with it, and if it rolls foul or you foul it off, now you're in a big hole. Good idea, just had a tough pitch. See if he goes back to the well with that fastball in Ian Desmond's eyes.
Well, Posey set a low target. I thought maybe they were trying to set up Ian there, but that's where the pitch was delivered. Worth was at third to lead off the inning. He's still there with 2 outs in a 1-run game. Nats on top 3-2. And Desmond on that high pitch will pop it up. Frustrating inning. That's about as bad as you can feel with a lead in the middle of the game. Right next to the Navy Yard, you can see the lights of Nationals Park. They're on in the distance, right down the Anacostia. And fittingly, we're going to tell you about Military Appreciation Night tomorrow night. If you have a military ID, 4 free tickets. 7:05 against the Giants. They're only available 10 to 5:30 tomorrow at the main box office out in left field or the Grand Staircase box office after 5:30 p.m. 202-675-NATS for more information. Tejada, Fontenot, and Sherholtz, 6, 7, and 8 for the Giants in the top of the 6th. Zimmerman whistles a fastball to the inside corner. 88 pitches in his first 5. So you look at the pitch counts, and each pitcher's probably on track for 6 innings today. Foul off Miguel's leg. Giants box score, they have 6 hits. Bottom of the order producing those 2 runs in the second. And Tejada bounced one off the plate. Fontenot hit one off the wall. And Sherholtz hit one off the chalk line. Every one of those hits hit something a little bit different. And Fontenot, right in the middle of that, almost hit the ball out of the park to right field. Doug Slayton, the lefty. Todd Coffey, the right-hander. And that one hit out to center field. Jordan Zimmerman really took some velocity off that pitch, high 70s, to get an easy out. Next up, Mike Fontenot. Zimmerman is due to bat third in the bottom of the 6th.
Another good crowd today on hand. Yesterday, this place was bouncing in the 9th inning.
It was. Probably 17 to 20,000 today. 28,766 yesterday. And they're all still scratching their heads about that game.
What game?
I forgot.
Totally forgot about it. I don't know what you're talking about.
This one unreachable. And quickly a ball and a strike to Fontenot. Jerry Hairston holding down third base right now. I know some of the radio talk shows yesterday had chatter about maybe Michael Morse getting over there a little bit to give Lance Nix some time in left field. Baseball fans love to manage, don't they? It's a great part of the game. Everybody has their own thoughts about what the lineup should be, who should be playing where, how the game flow should be going. This one brought to you by Corona, who invites you to find your beach. And of course, relax responsibly on a Sunday in May. Jordan Zimmerman, 2 runs on 6 hits. He's only walked 1 non-intentionally. And he overpowers the hitter with his fastball right there as Fontenot goes to Nix for the second out. Next up will be Nick Sherholtz, and Matt Cain is in the on-deck circle.
I guess in an ideal world, you could think about putting Michael Morse at third base if he's swinging the bat real good and Lance Nix stays hot. But
well, Morse did play shortstop in the American League for Seattle.
But that's one of those things where, third base isn't easy. When you're talking about the Nats supposedly playing better defense this season. You put Michael Morse at third base, you're putting him in a tough spot.
Sherholtz 5 RBIs on the year after his bloop double back in the second. Fastball is in there.
96. On his 99th pitch of the game.
Hey, maybe the first 2 guys will get on. He can bunt again and stay in the game now that he's featuring some serious command. Only 1 hit since the 3rd inning. He's really mixing speeds and pitches well now.
That might be his best pitch of the game.
The one he got Tejada was 78. This one's 79.
Yeah, but watch the bite on this. We won't see it from the side view, but, you know, he went 96 away and then just dropped a nasty hammer for strike 2.
Scherholtz a one-handed swing. And then Zimmerman baiting him near the corner. I mean, this guy's got almost a 20-mile-an-hour difference between hard stuff, soft stuff.
And that's tough for a hitter.
Just kind of softly pounds his glove as he misses on the backdoor slider.
And ever since Pudge scored in the 4th and Nats took the lead, Jordan Zimmerman, yeah, good pitchers do this. They get a lead, they turn into closers out there. You know, he was cruising along before that, but he's turned it up a notch since he's gotten the 1-run lead.
He's over 100 pitches for the first time this year. In his first 5 starts, 84, 99, 85, 96, and then 73 in that 5 1/3 against the Mets on Tuesday. Guillermo Mota. Looks like if the Giants get a man on, they might hit for Matt Cain. 3-2 pitch. Scherholtz breathing a little easier after his pitcher kept the ball on the infield after his 2-base error on Worth's single. Could have given the Nats another run. Quite a battle. Eight pitches this hitter, 105 in the game. And another 3-2 pitch after Scherholtz steps back in. Zimmerman keeps throwing strikes.
Well, he's liking his fastball. He had a couple shakeoffs right there. A lot of times pitchers will shake off just to shake off to get in the hitter's head, excuse me. So he had 2 or 3 shakeoffs right there and went to 96. And that always used to screw me up. When you see a pitcher sitting there shaking his head, you're like, what is he shaking to? Sometimes you start thinking too much, you can sneak a fastball by somebody.
Got him looking. If that's it for Jordan Zimmerman, he finishes very well today. 6 quality innings, and he caps it off with strikeout number 4. Handshakes for Jordan Zimmerman, who appears to be done after 6 really good innings today. 107 pitches, 69 strikes. He only walked 1 guy unintentionally. Now the Nats have had a couple of walks today, and they're now up to 99 for a total of $4,950. And for every walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington, D.C. They encourage each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Bottom 6, bottom 3 in the order. It'll be Pudge Rodriguez, Alex Cora, and then a pinch hitter for Jordan Zimmerman. It could be Danny Espinoza, could be Matt Stairs. The two lefties available today. Matt Cain throws his 96th pitch. And Pudge has had 2 great at-bats today. Really hard line drive to center and a line drive base hit to right. Stairs and Espinoza, they're both hanging around the bat rack waiting for the call.
Yeah, but one guy's got his gloves on, the other guy doesn't.
Little psychology there?
No. Just Stairs is ready to hit. Espinoza's going, I think I got the whole day off today.
Stairs just told Espinoza, go for a walk. It's healthy for your lifestyle. He must have heard our promo. Pudge hits the ball hard again. That ball is hooking and almost got away from Aaron Rowand. Might have had some knuckling action on it. That thing made about a little bit of a left turn for the gap in left center.
Check out the end of this line drive. This is the angle we wanted. Watch the ball. It just hangs a left at the last second. So it must have been knuckling, because the advantage of playing center field is the ball doesn't tail or hook on you. It's usually true. When you play left field or right field, you'll get the spin toward the lines. But when you play center, it's straight, other than a knuckleball. So Pudge squaring that ball up. That's 3 hard-hit balls for him today.
Aaron Rowand, last season with the Phillies, did win a Gold Glove. Everybody remembers him going face first into the center field wall in Philadelphia and just really gashing his face badly. Kid's a tough one out there. Alex Cora having a great day. With Tyler Clippard about to take over, he's 2 for 3. Brian Bixler is in the on-deck circle. Interesting. Right-handed hitter.
And if the score stays the same, we could play who will get the 9th inning, America's favorite game show. Will it be Burnett? Will it be Storm? I guess it depends on who's coming up, right?
And if you need a hitter, you save Stairs for them. Fastball a little bit outside. Alex Cora, when you see that take, that means he's seen the ball really well. Alex with a couple of hits today, getting his batting average up a little bit to 179. And he'll serve one out to center. This will be easy for Rowand. 2 outs. And it'll be Brian Bixler hitting for Jordan Zimmerman. Good production from Jason Worth. 3 singles today. Nobody's been able to drive him in. But the RBIs have come from the bottom of the order. Cora has one. And the Nats, of course, got another run on a wild pitch and a ground ball by Hairston. Brian Bixler 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. He's 0 for 4 overall for the Nats. No way to reach that breaking ball. Hard throwing left-hander Dan Runsler impressed us with his gas here on Friday night. Bixler was hitting .326 at Syracuse in 14 games when the Nats called him up. And that was April 22nd. While he was in his native Pittsburgh. The Nats were there, and so was he. Top of the order next. Bixler is a 178 career big league hitter. Parts of 2 years with the Pirates, 08-09. Spent the entire 10 season at AAA for Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and the Nats. He's gone. So is Washington in the 6th. Tricky ball by Pudge Rodriguez, and Aaron Rowand stretching out to glove it beautifully. Series. There's some seats way upstairs where you get a wonderful view of the capital city. Some of these seats start here at Nationals Park for just $10. Go to nationals.com/tickets for all your information. And you can almost enjoy the same view we have, seeing that beautiful dome 1.7 miles to the north of us every day. Tyler Clippard for the Nats came on, pitched a perfect inning and a third of scoreless relief yesterday. Well, a couple of hits, but no runs, and that to us is perfect. This will be his staff leading 14th appearance, bringing that 1.56 ERA into the game. He will face Woodrow Wilson High School's Emmanuel Burris. Giants took him with a sandwich pick back in 06, number 33 player overall taken between the first and second rounds. First product of the D.C. public schools to make it to the major leagues since Willie Royster. Went on to play at Kent State and was a former MAC Player of the Year. This year, Emmanuel, 4 at-bats, 1 hit. First appearance as a pinch hitter. He puts the ball on the ground. He can fly.
Yeah, he played 94 games in 2008 for the Giants, just 61 in 2009. He broke his foot, his left foot, after 5 plate appearances last year. And then he broke it again later in the year, so it was a tough year for Manny Burris. Missed virtually the entire season last year for the Giants.
Yeah, so in his first 3 big league seasons, only managing 163 games and 447 ABs. Clippard tries to get him with that high fastball that just missed. Nats lead 3-2. About hit the Giants 7-6. Nasty breaking ball, and somehow Burris gets a piece of it.
And Burris was 21 for 61 in Fresno this season, with 7 walks and 15 bags before he got called up. So swinging the bat well in AAA.
And Pudge wanted the ball up high, and that's where Clippard put it to get the 5th strikeout by the Nationals pitching staff today.
I see Tyler Clippard with his command. I have no worries at all. I mean, let's check out the Verizon pitch track on this 3rd strike to Manny Burris. Look at the fastball just at the top of the strike zone. And it's tough to catch up with 93 when it's that high. So when he's throwing his fastball for strikes, no worries.
You can rule the air on the most advanced 4G network in the world. Verizon with our pitch track, the 4G LTE. Check swing. Ball 1 to Aaron Rowan, 0 for 3 today. Clippard's got some gas going this afternoon. 93 upstairs.
Yeah, that says 93, but it sounded like 103. I mean, Pudge's glove just blew up when that ball hit it, and that ball was by Aaron Rowan. Must be a heavy 93.
And he'll throw the slider occasionally, just to show it if he gets a strike with it. It's really a bonus. I guess the order of his pitches would be fastball, change, slider. There's the change.
That's such a weapon. It's one of the better changes in the National League. It has the same arm action as his fastball, same arm speed as his fastball. Very rarely do right-handed hitters see a changeup from a right-hander.
Yep. After the changeup, The strikeout with the fastball. No way Rowan could stop. And that'll be 2 Ks to start the 7th with Sanchez coming in.
Yeah, just another high fastball with 2 strikes. Aaron Rowan can't hold up. When you have the good change, the good curve, and the good fastball, Aaron Rowan might have been thinking curveball right there. Couldn't hold up his swing.
Sanchez based it up the middle last time. That looked like the hook. Hunter Pudge made some contact with the umpire, Rob Drake, there. They're talking about it. Rob Drake setting up on the inside shoulder. Those are the eyes of a former batting champion right there, Freddie Sanchez. Off speed. Wow.
I was going to say I didn't know Rob Drake is that good a hitter. Boy, that is tough for the hitters to lay off of. Tyler Clipper doing a nice job of climbing the ladder with 2 strikes to Emmanuel Burris and Aaron Rowan. Did it right there with Freddie Sanchez. He just fouled it off. And that high fastball up in your eyes, sometimes it looks like a beach ball, but when it's 94, 95, it's tough to catch up to.
No balls and 2 strikes. Line drive caught by LaRoche, who has been amazing with his defense at first base. Time to stretch. Perfect 7th for Clipper. Broadcast on Masson, brought to you by your local Ford dealers and by Hyundai. It's time to join the movement. Nationals 3, Giants 2. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Top of the order for Washington with Hairston and Keelan Worth. We're back with you tomorrow night. Tom Gorzolani, Madison Bumgarner for the Giants. That's extra 6:30 tomorrow night. And then the Nats at 7:05 with Gorzolani 0 for 2, 4 starts. Bumgarner 0 for 4, 5 starts. Something's got to give with these starters tomorrow night. That'll be it for the homestand. Battle of lefties. Bumgarner's career record 7-10. Gorzolani 36 and 39.
Check out the walks by Bumgarner. 16 strikeouts, 11 walks.
Here's Guillermo Mota, who appeared in the 6th inning yesterday. Had a strikeout, worked a perfect inning, and he'll face the top of the Nats order here in the bottom of the 7th.
Mota got a 4-seam fastball, 90 to 95 miles an hour. He's got a slider and change to go with it.
Interesting plays by the pitchers today defensively.
Yeah, Caps goalie Michael Neuver would have been proud of that one by Jordan Zimmerman right there. Protecting the 5-hole with his back to the plate. Maybe you don't do that in hockey. And check out Nate Sherholtz right here. He lets one get through the 5-hole for a goal. A lot of talk about playoff hockey around here right now. The 5-hole has been the story.
Not supposed to be in baseball. Well, Sherhold's error 2 innings ago turned out not to hurt the Giants. And we'll see what the Nats can do against the Giants bullpen, pardon me. 4 innings scoreless by the Giants yesterday. And then with Runsler Friday night, they have been basically untouchable. The Nationals do not have 1 hit in 5 innings against the San Francisco bullpen in this series. If you want alerts directly to your mobile phone, text Nationals to 29292. Message and data rates may apply. Moda, first year in the big leagues, Montreal Expos 99. Then with the Dodgers, the Marlins, Cleveland, Mets, Brewers. 2 years ago, back to the Dodgers. 56 games with a 4.33 ERA for the Giants last year. Sean Burnett for the 8th. I wonder if Clippard might start the 8th against a couple of right-handed batters. Aubrey Huff is 3rd. Jerry Hairston 0 for 3 with an RBI ground ball.
So you got Posey, Burrow, and Huff coming up in the Tejada, Fontenot, Sherholtz. A couple lefties down there, but the Giants have their bench stacked with right-handers today. Rollinger, Ross, Ford.
Yeah, so you figure Storen would be the closer today. Hairston out to left center, hanging up, and Rowan will cruise to it. Aaron Rowan, a very busy day in center field.
That's how you like him if you're a center fielder. I used to love those days when I got a lot of chances out there, running around the campsite, having a good time, getting some grass stains on your uni. Nothing worse than standing out there for 8 innings with nothing to do but check out the fans. Maybe talk to your outfielder during a pitching change. Sometimes you get lonely out there, so it's nice when you have some action. You feel like you're in the flow of the game.
The only thing you don't want is to say hello to the center field wall, like he has done on several occasions.
Yeah, he ran into the cheese grater hard in Philadelphia.
Rick Ankiel 0 for 2 with a walk. Hit a long ball first time, caught on the track. Next time he rifled one up the middle, and Fontenot took a hit away from him after he had walked in the 3rd. So I suppose if there's a hard luck hitter on the ball club this year, it's probably the number 2 man, Rick Ankiel.
Yeah, but if you keep hitting balls hard all season long, your average is going to get to where it belongs. You're not going to play 6 months with lining out to everybody every single game. Keep squaring the ball up.
Like that.
Get hits just like that.
And that's 2 lasers by the Nats here in the 7th inning. And then a guy 3 for 3 comes walking in.
Yeah, check out his uni today. It's all nice and dirty. Jason Worth, he said he's been close. Well, today he's got the good swing going. We talked about hitters having professional pride. He had a couple tough at-bats yesterday, failed to move a runner, took a called 3rd with the bases loaded in a 1-run baseball game. But today, Jason Worth all over the place, and he likes that uniform nice and dirty.
Came in this series 0 for 3. Now he's 3 for 6. Batting average is up to .245. Ankiel is a running threat. The Nationals have stolen 19 bases. Desmond has 9. Ankiel is 2nd with 4. And he's only been caught once. Noda, a huge presence on that mound, 6'6", 238. Worth, 6'5", 220. Runner goes. Hard hit to short, and they're still going to turn a double play. It was hit so hard, Ankiel couldn't get to the bag. 6-4-3 by the Giants, and the Nats are hitting into lots of tough luck today. The first. Nets are with you today, and take them anywhere you go all season. MLB.tv is how you do it. Every game live on demand on your computer or your favorite device. Nationals.com for details and to order. Baseball everywhere. MLB.tv. Tyler Clippard, a perfect seventh, overpowering some Giants hitters.
Yeah, doing it with a high fastball. And 2 strikes to Manny Burris right here. He just climbs the ladder and blows it by him. That was 93, but it looked like a 103. Aaron Rowan couldn't lay off. And Freddie Sanchez actually got on top of one. Adam LaRoche with a great play on the seat to first.
Posey, not to be forgotten here. Every Giants hitter that steps in represents the tying run.
And also, Darren Ford lurking in the Giants dugout. Any one of these guys reaches first base, you got to believe you're going to see his speed pinch running somewhere in this game.
Clippard goes back-to-back changeups and goes 2-0. Misses with a fastball. Buster Posey's hit 4 homers. Burrell on deck. A lot of power for the Giants here. And you know the green light's flashing here. It's a high strike.
Well, if he had the green light right there, I have no idea why Buster Posey was taking that pitch. Center cut fastball, belt high.
Change up, walked him. Here comes Darren Ford. So Clippard, after blowing away 2 hitters, throws 3 changeups to Buster Posey, walks him, and the tying runs aboard here in the 8th.
You know who's digging this right now? Pudge.
They've met before.
He loves the challenge. Remember the other night, Jose Reyes trying to steal a base off Pudge. He was on his toes, threw a bullet to second base. He'll be on his toes right here, ready to throw.
Pat Burrell, the hitter. Clippard is not the fastest to home plate with that big flapping overhand motion of his.
That is a huge lead by Darren Ford at first base. A lot of times good base runners, good base stealers don't like to get a big lead because if you get out too far, you feel uncomfortable and your brain is thinking back to first rather than stealing to second. So if you get too far, sometimes it takes away from your aggressiveness, but that is a huge lead at first base. He's going to extend one more. Check that out.
Wow. A good lead's the front foot at the cut of the grass. That thing's in the middle of his stance. And the battery's gone changeup happy here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, good point. We just showed all the fastballs from Tyler Clippard blowing guys away in the 7th. All of a sudden going to the off speed.
Well, I always wonder on the first pitch changeup, what are you changing up off of?
You're trying to get a guy that's, going to ambush you. He's thinking about first pitch fastball. I'm going to jump you and pull this ball down the left field line. You throw a changeup, maybe get him out in front and get a ground ball.
Fastball. And the count's even 1-1.
I mean, if Clippard has a decent move, which he does, if you hold it here and hold it and throw over to first base, you got a chance to pick off Darren Ford. That's a big lead. And I know he's fast.
Yeah.
I mean, he's out there.
And he probably didn't come into the game to stay there.
And he's got 2 feet past the cut right now.
Clippard delivers high. That's first base coach Roberto Kelly visiting with Ford. Change up. Three-two ball game, top of the 8th. Matt Burrell 0 for 2 today with a walk, 0 for 7 in the series.
Going with another changeup.
Runner going. Changeup's a good one. The throw right on target. Pudge has done it again. Unbelievable how he's putting the ball right on the bag.
This kid behind the plate can still play. Check out Pudge. The footwork does it right there. The throw right on the money. He threw out Jose Reyes the other night. He throws out Darren Ford, who's probably faster today. Every time Pudge Rodriguez gets a chance to play, you know what? He fires us up.
Boy, that was close.
He does something good to help the ball club every single time he's in there.
Now Burrell strikes out, and suddenly, from a man on nobody out, it's almost like turning a double play. 2 outs, bases empty. And now Jim Riggleman will bring in Sean Burnett to face Aubrey Huff.
And check out the last pitch from Tyler Clippard. Just a swing through fastball. Use the changes to set that pitch up. And how different is it all of a sudden? You got the fastest guy in the league on first base. Pudge throws him out. Clippard
Pudge Rodriguez, 3 for 7, nailing opposing runners, 2 of the quickest in the league this week.
Yeah, check out the footwork by Pudge Rodriguez. Not a good jump by Darren Ford. With the quick feet by Pudge, the quick release, and the cannon that he still has. And a great job by Alex Cora on the back end, applying the tag. We talked about it when Darren Ford came in. Pudge was digging that. He wanted the challenge. He's feeling good about his arm.
You know what amazes me about that sequence? And here's Burnett to Huff. First pitch. Pat Burrell's sitting there going, okay, fast runner, surely they have to throw me a fastball. They throw a changeup. He misses it. And then Pudge calls the pitch and says, hey, throw a changeup. I'll still throw the guy out.
Doesn't matter.
It's like he doubled up on both of them.
And I wonder if Darren Ford's lead was a little too big. He didn't get a great jump right there.
Up the middle, and the great defense continues by the pitchers today. Clippard and Burnett getting the job done. Bottom of the 8th coming up. The Nats hanging on 3-2. One or two sure would be good for the Nats. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Nix, LaRoche, and Desmond. Today's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Change in battery for the Giants. Yesterday's home run hero, Eli Whiteside, replaces Posey after they pinch ran for him. And then the new pitcher will be left-hander Dan Runzler, who was very impressive here on Friday night.
Yeah, got a good live fastball, 93 to 96 miles an hour, slider and change to go with it, but pretty much all fastballs. Danny Espinosa could sit dead red right here, start early, get the head out. He's going to get a good piece of cheese.
Well, not often you pinch hit a leadoff type guy for your cleanup hitter, but that's what the Nats do here in the 8th. Getting Espinosa in there right-handed. Drew Storen getting ready for the night. Danny Espinosa right-handed this year, 59 points higher than lefty, and he takes one outside. Two and 0. Another lefty coming, Adam LaRoche. Fastball delivered to the inside corner.
Good take.
Yep.
Fastball down. Get the count to 3-1.
The Nationals still trying to somehow rough up this unscored upon San Francisco bullpen.
And that's the way you swing off the bench. When you sit around for 8 innings, you get your shot, and you get it to a 3-1 count, let it fly. Swing out of your shoes.
Fastball tight, and the Nets have their leadoff man aboard. 4th walk they've been given today, and the 13th in the last 2 games. It's about time for one of these walkers to score. Adam LaRoche has walked twice today. He's 0 for 1, 0 for 8 in the series. First pitch target away, and it goes way upstairs. Atlanta, after trailing St. Louis 3-0 early, has battled back to take a 5-4 lead. Now the Cardinals just scored in the 8th, so the Braves and Cardinals are 5-5 in Atlanta, 8th inning. The rest of the Eastern Division in action later. Braves in a virtual tie in the division with the Nats, 13 and 15. Nats are also 2 games under 500, but they've played 2 fewer games. Good take on a nasty breaking ball. Paul Emmel says no swing. Off-speed pitch hanging up inside. Despite this being a lefty-lefty matchup, the Giants' middle infielders still play LaRoche to pull. Fontenot almost behind the bag at second. Really only one man covering 90 to 95 feet on the left side of the infield.
I plan him to pull off a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Runner's going, and LaRoche had a big-time cut. And Danny Espinosa had a great jump right there.
He did. He saw a move from Runzler earlier in the count. So what do you do as a base runner? You do your homework. You see the move from the guy. Now you know it. And I've been watching his secondary leads every pitch. Check out the jump right here by Espinosa. He knew early that Runzler was going to the plate. That's not one you're going to go first move on a 3-1 count. Probably get a throw over right here before he goes on 3-2.
Nobody out. Leadoff man aboard. And LaRoche with a late swing strikes out. I saw Adam kind of look down to first base after that play. Don't know if he was distracted by something. Espinosa took off and stopped. And then LaRoche was very late with his swing.
Yeah, right after I pumped Danny Espinosa up about knowing the move, he took off and then stopped.
Carolina League champions defending that title are the Potomac Nationals. Short drive down. Check them out. All the ticket information you need. PotomacNationals.com. 703-590-2311. Now they throw. Ian Desmond 0 for 3 today. 2 strikeouts, a pop-up. He serves it right side. Espinosa will stop at second. He saw how hard Nate Schierholtz was charging, and now the Nats have 2 on 1 out. Well, the way things have gone today, they're getting down to the meat of the batting order. Pudge Rodriguez has hit the ball hard 3 times.
Nice relaxed swing right here from Ian Desmond. I mean, he's trying to hit that hole. He got a fastball the way that he could do it with. And you see Danny Espinosa right here checking out Schierholtz and right. Should never slow down before you get to the bag. Slow down after you get to the bag. Make them stop you. If Nate Schierholtz bobbles that and you're decelerating going into second base, it's hard to turn it back on and get to third.
That reminds me of that swing Desmond took in St. Louis. Remember that? About a week and a half ago when he served a little line drive through the right side. Got a base hit. And now the Ramon Ramirez for the Giants.
I wonder if Jim Riggin will go hit and run with runners on first and second and Pudge up right here. Got good wheels out there. Pudge can handle the bat.
You know, with one out, you can't hit into a triple play, so why not?
Now, we've seen him do it before. You know, Pudge has barreled up the ball all 3 at-bats today. You got a guy that you know is going to put it in play. Not the fastest runner in the world, and you got 2 speed demons on the bases.
2 drives to center and a base hit to right for Pudge today. 1 runner's going. Swing and a miss. Throw to third is a bad one. And Espinoza steals third base as Whiteside bounced the throw to Miguel Tejada.
Well, that was a hit and run. Ian Desmond was trying to read Danny Espinoza. He didn't get a jump at first base, so better to stay there if you get a bad jump. And Danny Espinoza got a good jump and stole third. So if you're ever on the back end of a steal and you get a bad jump, a lot of times the play will be to second base. Eli Whiteside could have very easily come up and thrown that ball to second base if Desmond did a good jump. So that's a good job by Ian Desmond of staying at first base without a jump.
For the Giants, though, the double play is still in order. So Pudge needs to get a ball in the air here somewhere. Almost throwing the ball away was Runzler. Aubrey Huff had to go high and outside to backhand it. But I like the way the Nats are putting the pressure on the Giants here in this inning. Just trying desperately to score that insurance run. Now Desmond's running, and he'll go into second base easily.
Well, you can put pressure on the Giants if you got the guys to do it with, and the Nats do. You got speedy Danny Espinoza at second base, Ian Desmond at first base. Ian Desmond doing a little makeup ball right here. He didn't get a jump on the first steal, so what does he do? He says, all right, I'll rip the bag now.
He becomes the second National League player to make 10 stolen bases. Infield in now. And Pudge will foul one as they chant, "Let's go Pudge," right below us. And the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, the Nats would love an add-on run right here.
How about 2?
And you got to believe that Danny Espinoza is going contact play at third base.
Rain sprinkling down here in the 8th inning. Pudge stays with it. I'd like Pudge to get a base hit here and join the 10-10 club. 10 hits, 10 RBIs. He's 1 for 3 today.
Take those numbers to arbitration.
Base hit up the middle. Espinoza home. Here comes Desmond. It is a 2-run single for Pudge, and that's okay if he's out at second base. Nationals lead 5-2.
If that guy doesn't fire you up, you don't like baseball. It's just that simple. Every time he gets in the lineup, he's doing something, comes through again. That's a 4th hard hit ball of the day for Pudge Rodriguez. A couple RBIs now to go with it. And center cut fastball. I mean, this guy's just a competitor. He's going to find a way to beat you. He did it with his glove, and now he's doing it with his bat.
Fastball for a strike to Alex Cora, who's done his part today with 2 hits and an RBI. And Pudge Rodriguez on the year is now 10 for 44 with 10 RBIs.
He's just clutch. He's been clutch his whole career.
Nats have 5 hits from the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters today. Cora strikes out. They'll have to throw him out. Nationals heading for the 9th. It feels a lot better to be ahead 5-2 thanks to Pudge. top of the 9th inning. Some changes we'll tell you about in a moment. First of all, the offense, the catcher, and then the big blow by a number 8 hitter. A lot of things adding up to a nice possible W today.
Yeah, let's give Alex Cora our 4th drive of the game. Why not? He got him on the board with this double down the right field line. A great piece of hitting. Went first pitch fastball hunting, got himself a double. That's a 4th drive of the game.
Alex goes over to third base now. That's because Danny Espinosa stays in the game to play second. And you need a left fielder. So third baseman Jerry Hairston has gone to left. Versatile ball club for late inning situations like this. For the Giants, 6, 7, and 8, Tejada, Fontenot, and Scherholtz. So Drew Storen will have a couple of left-handed batters to deal with, but he's up by 3. Fastball in there. Miguel Tejada, an infield hit in 3 trips. Fastball up, Tejada to right center. Worth is there. 1 out. That's extra after the game. Ben Gessling is on with Johnny Holiday today. A lot to talk about in this game. Coming back from a very frustrating outing yesterday. And 2 more outs, and the guys will be talking possible series win tomorrow. Next up will be the left-handed hitter Mike Fontenot. Nationals trying to win their 13th game of the year and get back to within 1 of 500. Trying to go back over 500 here at home where they're 7 and 7. Well, Mike Fontenot continues to swing the bat very well. That's extra bases. His 2nd double of the game. This baby's not over yet. That'll bring up Nate Scherholtz. And then you'll have a power guy in the number 9 hole as Cody Ross is swinging a bat.
And Pudge going out there trying to settle Drew Storen down, saying, hey, this is the guy we want. We got some pop on deck. What do you want to do right here with Nate Scherholtz?
The luxury of the 3-run lead, that base runner means nothing now. Scherholtz 1 for 3 with a bloop double and 2 RBIs. And Storen with a center cut fastball overpowers him. Looking into the raindrops and Keel, 2 outs. Giants' last hope will be a right-handed hitter, Cody Ross. Cody Ross just 9 games off the disabled list. This is his first appearance as a pinch hitter. And Storen goes with the slider and misses outside. Bounce to third. To his left. Cora. Nationals win it. And Drew Storen is 5 for 5 in save situations. Nats have won 2 of the first 3 against the world champions.
Been 3 great games, and you can make the argument that they should have won all 3, but the Nats all of a sudden are 13-5 when they score 3 runs or more. Pretty good record.
Giants strand 7 runners. The bullpen gets it done again. And the Nats have won 2 of 3. More from the ballpark in a moment.